A penniless predicament is unfolding in the U.S., with retailers facing a severe shortage of pennies, the humble 1-cent coin. This issue has sparked a nationwide debate, leaving many wondering about the future of this iconic currency. The Trump administration's decision to halt penny production earlier this year has led to a gradual disappearance of these coins from circulation. As a result, many stores are now rounding cash sales to the nearest 5 cents, citing a lack of federal guidelines on how to proceed. It's a significant loss, says Dylan John, Senior Director of Government Relations at the National Retail Federation. When you consider the volume of transactions, those few cents add up quickly. In February, President Donald Trump justified the move by calling penny production wasteful and too expensive. He urged social media users to support budget cuts, even if it meant sacrificing the penny. The U.S. Mint officially ceased penny production in May, and the Treasury Department predicted shortages by early 2026. However, the issue emerged much sooner, leaving banks and businesses without a source of pennies. "We were caught off guard," Mr. John admits. "It's a challenge for any business that relies on cash payments." Store clerks are now faced with a dilemma of how to provide change for cash purchases when their tills lack pennies. The temporary fix for many is to round the sale price up or down to the nearest 5 cents, Mr. John explains. This way, customers can use a nickel, the next lowest denomination. However, this solution is not without its complications. Some cities, like New York, require retailers to provide exact change, while others prohibit differing cash and card payment amounts for the same item. To avoid legal issues and customer dissatisfaction, most retailers have opted to round down, Mr. John adds. The financial impact is significant. You're talking about a potential loss of up to 4 cents per cash transaction across multiple stores nationwide. It's simply not sustainable. Many stores are now encouraging customers to pay with exact change, while others are running promotions to collect extra pennies from customers' homes. Convenience stores, in particular, are feeling the pinch, says Jeff Leonard, spokesperson for the National Association of Convenience Stores. The impact on convenience stores is significant, Mr. Leonard explains. For example, Quick Trip, a major convenience store chain, has announced it will round down to the nickel, which could cost them up to $3 million this year. The discontinuation of American coins is not unprecedented. The half-cent, 3-cent, and 20-cent pieces were retired in the 1800s. However, it's been a long time since a coin as ubiquitous as the penny, which entered circulation in 1793, has faced such a fate. People don't realize the value of the penny until it's gone, Mr. Leonard observes. The cost of producing a penny is nearly 4 cents, which raises questions about its economic viability. However, advocates argue that keeping pennies in circulation benefits lower-income Americans who primarily use cash. These are individuals without access to checking accounts, credit cards, or banking services, says Mark Weller, Executive Director of Americans for Common Sense. Rounding transactions hurts lower-income groups the most. Mr. Weller also believes that government savings from not producing pennies will be offset by the increased demand for nickels, which cost nearly 14 cents to make despite their 5-cent value. The penny's future remains uncertain, and many are calling for federal guidance on rounding practices, transaction procedures during shortages, and the overall management of these coins. Pennies will always be out there, Mr. John assures. It's just that they're not being used as much. People forget about them in their pockets, lose them in their couches, or keep them in jars. Those are the pennies that aren't making it back into circulation. What are your thoughts on the penny's future? Should the government intervene, or is this a natural progression in our monetary system? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below.